Myślę, że odbyt.
Ale to cyfrowo czy światło?
God morgon och välkomna allesammans till Kungliga Vetenskapsakademin. Det är alltså dags att presentera årets Nobelpris i fysik. Welcome to the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences and this press conference. The Academy has just concluded its meeting and we are ready to announce this year's Nobel Prize in Physics. And as usual, we'll go between the languages. I am Göran Hansen, I'm the Secretary General of the Academy, and with me here at the podium is, on my right, Professor Nils Mårtensson, the Chairman of the Nobel Committee for Physics, and on my left, Professor Olga Bottner, who is a member of the Nobel Committee and an expert in the area of this year's prize. And later on, we hope to have one of our Nobel laureates with us on the phone line. This year's prize is about a discovery that shook the world. Årets pris handlar om en upptäckt som skakade världen. Kungliga Vetenskapsakademin har beslutat att utdela 2017 års Nobelpris i fysik med ena hälften till Rainer Weiss och med andra hälften gemensamt till Barry C. Barish och Kip S. Thorne, samtliga medlemmar i LIGO-Virgo-kollaborationen. Och akademins motivering lyder: för avgörande bidrag till LIGO-detektorn och observationen av gravitationsvågor. Och här får ni ut pressmaterialet. The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences has decided to award the 2017 Nobel Prize in Physics with one half to Rainer Weiss and the other half jointly to Barry C. Barish and Kip S. Thorne, all of them members of the LIGO-Virgo collaboration. And the Academy citation runs for decisive contributions to the LIGO detector and the observation of gravitational waves. Für entscheidende Beiträge zum LIGO-Detektor und die Beobachtung von Gravitationswellen. Pour des contributions décisives au détecteur LIGO et aux observations des ondes gravitationnelles. Zaрешающий вклад в LIGO-детектор и за наблюдение гравитационных волн. And here, as you see, we have our Nobel laureates with us on the screen above me. A little bit of information about them. Rainer Weiss was born in 1932 in Berlin, in Germany. He received his PhD at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in the United States, and he is still affiliated with the MIT as professor of physics. Dr. Weiss is, since many years, a US citizen. Barry Barish was born in 1936 in Nebraska in the United States. He's a professor of physics at Caltech, the California Institute of Technology. And finally, Kip Thorne was born in 1940 in Utah in the US, and he's currently professor of theoretical physics at Caltech. And as I mentioned, all three Nobel laureates are members of the LIGO-Virgo collaboration, a large team of more than 1,000 scientists who built and ran the detector that was used to discover gravitational waves. And with that, I'll give the word to the chairman of the Nobel Committee, Nils Mårtensson, who will give us a brief summary of the research field and the discovery that has been awarded today. Nils.
Yeah. On the 14th of September 2015, the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory LIGO succeeded for the first time to directly observe gravitational waves. These waves were predicted by Einstein 100 years ago, but until now they have escaped direct detection. This is a truly remarkable achievement, which crowns almost 50 years of experimental efforts by hundreds of scientists and engineers. And today the LIGO collaboration includes 1,000 members from 19 institutions in 5 continents who have directly or indirectly contributed to this breakthrough. This year's Nobel laureates represent in an excellent way the diverse competencies needed for LIGO success. Rainer Weiss led the foundation for the detector design. He analyzed what performances had to be reached for the critical parts of the instrument and what sources of background noise had to be mastered. And Kip Thorne, also co-founder of LIGO, made predictions about what signals were expected from different astrophysical events of critical importance for the design. Barry Barish is a scientific leader who scaled the project up in a stepwise fashion up to the advanced LIGO, thereby reaching the sensitivity which will in the end allow the successful detection. Without them, the discovery would not have happened. We now witness the dawn of a new field, gravitational wave astronomy. This will teach us about the most violent processes in the universe, and it will lead to new insights into the nature of extreme gravity.
Thank you, Nils. And now, Olga Bottner will give us some more insights into the discovery, the scientists and the collaboration. Olga, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'll try not to stand in the way of anyone. Once upon a time, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, 2 massive black holes engaged in a deadly dance. Revolving around each other, spiraling faster and faster, whirling finally at half the velocity of light, they collided and merged, forming an even more massive black hole. This momentous event reverberated through space and time as gravitational waves sped outwards, carrying information on what had just happened. These events took place about 1.3 billion years ago, at a time when the first multicellular life emerged on Earth. Ever since then have the gravitational waves sped through the universe, reaching our cosmic neighborhood, the Magellanic Clouds, about 200,000 years ago, when early Homo sapiens walked in Africa, and finally swept through the Earth on September 14, 2015, when the waves were recorded by perhaps the most sensitive instrument ever devised by man, the LIGO Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory at 9:50:45 UTC. This event caused a sensation worldwide. We knew that gravitational waves existed indirectly, but this was the first time ever they had been directly observed, and this of course made the headlines of major newspapers like the New York Times. So what are the gravitational waves? Well, they were predicted by Einstein within his general theory of relativity. Gravitational waves arise when heavy bodies accelerate, that is, when the velocity is changing with time. They are disturbances of space-time traveling through the universe at the speed of light, causing space to alternately stretch and shrink at right angles to the direction of motion. Now the effect, the gravitational strain, is tiny, even from a ponderous event like the collision